According to JP Morgan, Solana and XRP ETFs could see billions of dollars in inflows this year. Whales are accumulating these two altcoins before the alt season, and is the bottom in for Bitcoin before Trump's inauguration. This is your Altcoin Buzz News. Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Cody, and if you're new here, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when we drop latest content. Follow us on Twitter, AltcoinBuzzIO, and as always, not financial advice, and wish the best of luck in your crypto ventures. Are you guys back with another news video? The big question today is the bottom in for Bitcoin before Trump's inauguration, which is only about 5 days away on the 20th. Now, Bitcoin has come down here. It did wick into this blue box, which is an order block that we had put out here a long time ago. So we have all these stops below these wicks, which actually did come down and take out. It went to $89,000 and then actually reversed back up. And it looked very good the following day with actually continuation candle, bringing all the way up to about $97,000, $98,000. Right now, we're having a little bit of a sell-off. We're kind of stuck here in the middle, so this isn't where you want to be taking a position. However, is the bottom in for Bitcoin? I think it's very possible that the bottom is in. We have to see what CPI news comes out later today. CPI, and we have other data coming out. That's the only thing that could be bringing this back down. But I think this was a really good capitulation wick the other day down to $89,000. I wouldn't be surprised if this was actually the bottom, at least for a little while until we go up through Trump's inauguration. So I think there might still be a bit of a chopping around before then, maybe a couple more wicks back down and then back up. But I think we do see this as at least the close bottom. I don't think we're going to get wicks much lower before then. I think the severity of the dump is over. I think we've probably seen the worst of it, at least for now. Moving on, we have Tommy Lee, who is buying the Bitcoin dip, saying this.
For those folks who are watching who are not in Bitcoin or are thinking about buying Bitcoin at these prices, are you saying that this is a fair and good price to get in, or are you saying wait because you think it's going farther down?
Bitcoin is something you need to be long-term focused. I don't think anyone's going to lose money buying here at 90. If they're trying to time this, maybe they'll get lucky and it goes to 70. But to me, Bitcoin could be significantly higher this year, maybe 200, 250. So I think 90 is still a good entry point.
So Tommy Lee's analyst said we could go to 70K, but it's not that likely. It's more likely to be buying $90,000 at a good entry point right now, and then seeing a $200,000 to $250,000 Bitcoin later this year. Then moving on, we have Sui and Eric Trump, the son of President Donald Trump, has revealed that he owns Sui, which is massive for crypto. Sui has also doubled its DEX volume after flipping Avalanche. So Sui's DEX volume is hitting huge numbers. And then Grayscale has also added even more Sui to their portfolio. So Grayscale's Layer 1 portfolio, excluding Ethereum, has now 7.93% weight of Sui in their portfolio. And then at the same time, we've seen a similar chart a couple times where we're comparing Solana of last cycle to Sui this cycle. And Mag says not many people are ready for this. So this is Solana in 2021, and this is Sui in 2025. So he's saying where he's comparing it right about here, where we could see a peak of Sui compared to Solana's chart, around $43-ish. This actually kind of compares to what we were talking about in our Sui video, where we had a Sui video I made, I think a day or two ago, talking about how many Sui you need to be a millionaire this crypto bull run. So make sure to go check that out as well after this. But yeah, this is about in line what we were expecting for Sui this cycle. And then at the same time, Sui joins Elite Company as the newest addition to CoinMarketCap's 100 index, the youngest blockchain to achieve this milestone. Walrus protocol has the fastest solution for data storage on the market today, and it's from the team behind Sui. It's so resilient that even with only a few nodes operating, your data availability won't be affected. Decentralized data storage on Walrus is solving a big problem many blockchains suffer from, and that's poor coordination, and it affects you more than you realize. Walrus protocol has some big advantages with Sui and the Mu programming language over other decentralized data providers. The problem, as they call it, is coordination. It's making sure that if a protocol does three things, that those things work seamlessly with each other. Also, the protocol needs to work with other projects in the ecosystem and with blockchain infrastructure like validators. Just listen to the Sui co-founder describe the problem and how Walrus is a part of the solution.
The best platform for you to use to solve your coordination problem, because it comes with a lot of features that you already need out of the box, is Sui. And that's not just because, you can write a smart contract and it does stuff. That's one thing, of course, right? But also if we take the example, let's say again, of Walrus, even the things that are not in Sui, right? Let's say the storage nodes that are separate from Sui, they still need to coordinate with each other and are best bet, we believe, is to coordinate through SUI, right? To say, well, look, okay, we're all going to be reading and writing state from SUI, doing transactions, reading state, expressing things as resources when it makes sense, and that drives effectively that off-chain infrastructure, right? So it's not just that you coordinate by writing a smart contract. That's very straightforward, right? I mean, that's like a DEX or something, that's great. But you can also coordinate through SUI off-chain activities. And, our ambition there has no end. This is the important thing here. Like, okay, we have SUI, you can do stuff on chain, like by writing smart contracts. You can have some technical infrastructures off chain, like Walrus, let's say. But what else could you have off chain that is coordinated through the chain? Could you have much more complex, for example, supply chain networks, where you have some folks that produce 3D print stuff, for example, and some other folks that have designs that they would like to 3D print, and some other folks who are actually running vans and transport networks in between. And suddenly, boom, you can write a smart contract that does the payments, and you upload your 3D designs on Walrus, and boom, you get a few quotes automatically about who's ready to print it and who's ready to transport it. And when you see the whole thing that you like, you're like, okay, go, commit to that whole thing in a PTB. And then the next day you receive your 3D printed stuff. And suddenly lots of different players can coordinate through SUI effectively to actually do all that. SUI is your best bet as a platform in order to basically start thinking, how do I solve my coordination problem?
Walrus is in its testnet now, so give it a try today to store whatever data you need. And to stay up to date on testnet progress and other news, make sure to follow the Walrus Protocols X account and other socials linked down below. And then we have the UAE's Damak Group has signed a $1 billion agreement with Mantra, a blockchain platform focused on real-world assets, to tokenize assets in the Middle East. So this is massive for Mantra. They're signing huge deals, and they're becoming one of the biggest in asset tokenization in crypto. And actually, Lark Davis shares this, saying, Mantra X Damak, a $1 billion tokenization power move. Now, Mantra is a blockchain tailored for RWAs or real-world assets, and they're teaming up with Damak, a powerhouse in real estate, data centers, and hospitality. Together, they'll bring Damak's vast asset portfolio onto the blockchain. Why does this matter? Well, transparency. Blockchain brings clarity to asset ownership, access. The investments once reserved for the elite become open to all, and security. On-chain assets equals less risk and more trust. Now, why tokenization? Well, tokenized assets unlock liquidity for traditionally non-liquid investments, making them accessible to everyone, everywhere. This is the future of democratized finance. And then we have XRP, and its price has surged 12% in a day, driven by aggressive whale accumulation and speculation about a possible ETF listing in the United States. So we have a lot more XRP whale transactions, much more frequent in the past week. And, we're hitting these all-time highs, especially this year. We just reached $2.89-ish cents. And this is actually funny because we drew this out a couple weeks ago, where if we broke above this box here, we would then continue higher. And it played out beautifully. I love how this works. So it looks like we are holding above, but we are wicking into the resistance right here at this wick. So I imagine we probably will either do a harder retest of this, or we'll consolidate somewhere between here and then continue upwards. But I think XRP is a good buy right now, especially if it holds above this blue box around 246 to around 256. Anywhere above here, I think is a good buy. If it breaks down below and starts closing below, it's going to be a lot more bearish. If we go like this, you don't want that. But if we're holding above this for the next day or so, I think going into Trump's inauguration is very bullish because XRP is a U.S. company. Brad Garlinghouse is, constantly meeting with Trump. So I think it's very good for XRP. Also at the same time, a Cardano founder, Charles Hoskinson, confirms talks with Ripple to integrate RLUSD to the Cardano blockchain. The integration aims to boost Cardano's DeFi capabilities, to add new users, and strengthen its stablecoin ecosystem. And also, Eric Balchunas says JP Morgan is saying that an altcoin ETF will collect $14 billion in inflows in the first year, $3 to $6 billion for Solana, and $4 to $8 billion for XRP. My team hasn't made any formal predictions yet, but this seems like a pretty reasonable guess. Got to get the approvals first. So the Solana and XRP ETFs are the two ETFs which are most likely going to happen because some people have been filing for them already. They just haven't been approved, but with Trump's inauguration, Trump becoming president, and Gary Gensler leaving the SEC January 20th as well, and a new crypto-friendly SEC commissioner coming in, Paul Atkins, it's a lot more likely that these ETFs do get approved especially with this crypto-friendly administration. And like I was saying, Donald Trump is expected to issue executive orders on the first day of his presidency regarding Bitcoin and crypto, according to the Washington Post. So if he is talking about crypto, this is going to be very good for the whole industry on the 20th, as pretty much everyone is waiting for him to say something about crypto. What's going to happen, if there's going to be a Bitcoin strategic reserve, if altcoins are going to get more ETFs, this and that. So it's going to be very bullish in the next 5 days to see what happens with Trump when he's officially in the office. And then we have LA Charts, who says whales have bought 1.35 million Chainlink over the past 24 hours. And he's showing this chart where Chainlink whales have been scooping up the dip as we've come down here. This was the sell-off to around $89,000. So Chainlink whales are buying this dip. At the same time, Michael Robinson says major upgrade for Chainlink CCIP is now live on mainnet. Here's why this is a game changer. With this upgrade, anyone can integrate their existing token or make a new token with CCIP and access 20 plus blockchains permissionlessly, no whitelisting. This only takes a few minutes. Huge. The secure framework for taking a token cross-chain powered by CCIP is called the Cross-Chain Token CCT standard. And there's more. The CCIP Token Manager just went live as well. What is that? It's the new UI that walks you through the steps to launch a cross-chain token and to launch a new CCT or upgrade an existing token to become a CCT in just a few clicks. So Chainlink whales are accumulating because of the dip, but also because of this big upgrade for Chainlink CCIP. And then lastly today, we have Zero G Labs raises $30 million for decentralized AI development. Now, this fundraising success highlights the growing investor interest in AI and blockchain technology. We've been talking about AI and AI agents a lot recently. Now, the sale saw almost 85,000 nodes purchased by around 8,500 individuals, making it the second largest node sale in terms of unique players. And with this recent node sale, along with this impressive VC backing of over $40 million in November and other pre-seed rounds, Zero G Labs has now raised over $400 million in total. Zero G Labs has partnered with CapEx AI, an Ethereum Layer 2 platform, to build, own, and trade AI agent tokens on-chain. CapEx AI is developing a marketplace and launchpad focused on open markets and easy development for AI agent tokens. The platform includes AI tools and infrastructure, marketplace to monetize AI innovations, and CapEx Cloud for decentralized cloud services. So like we've been talking about recently, a lot of AI agent platforms are popping up on Sui, Solana, Base. We have Virtuals, we have Top Hat, we have all these, AI16Z, AI XBT, a lot of these AI agents. I think we're going to be continuing to see those as in the first quarter of this year. So that is the video for today, guys. We're going to have to see how the news comes out. I think we're pretty much waiting. It seems like a lot of investors are just kind of waiting to see what happens for Trump's inauguration. The books are very thin. There's not a lot of bidding going on. People are just kind of in limbo, waiting to see what happens on the 20th. So unfortunately, I think we just kind of chop in between in this middle here. I don't think there's any major trades to be taken right now as we just chop around. I think we kind of want to position ourselves in altcoins, buy altcoins right now for cheap. But we kind of want to see what happens on the 20th because there's not very much happening right now. And we also have CPI and other important data coming out this week. So that's it for the video today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.